that. But anyway, so this is our Thanksgiving practice. So I welcome you to that, and of course that's the tone that I'm offering you for this practice today is gratitude, and certainly we don't need a holiday to engage in that. It's a really grounding quality, and one I would imagine each of us want to cultivate more. So we're going to start with a short reading, and you can be on your back, you can be in child's pose, any position that starts to help you shed the cares of the day. So you can come into whatever position you want. And after this short reading, I'm going to have us stand at the back of the mat and do a 3-step prayer that brings us forward to the top of the mat. And then from there, we'll dedicate our practice and then start slow and steady flow to the time together. So please join me in quieting, in settling, in witnessing what you're bringing to your practice this morning. Witnessing the swirl of thoughts, if that seems to be the case, or even a sense of fatigue or that preoccupation as you might be integrating, processing any recent experiences. This is such a good place to witness all of that, breathe with it, not try to fix it. And keep deepening in our practice of being the watcher, the observer, the one that holds space for ourselves. And simply slow your breath down. And I'm reading to you from a book called Spiritual Literacy, Reading the Sacred in Everyday Life. And it's an interfaith book, so they tend to take little excerpts from the major traditions of the world. And this is called Gratitude. This is a short poem by Rumi, who's a Sufi, seer, and poet. For 60 years, I've been forgetful every minute, but not for a second has this flowing toward me ever stopped or slowed. I feel I deserve nothing, but today I recognize that I am the guest that the mystics talk about. I play this living music for my host. Everything today is for the host. So Rumi is right. We are guests on the great good earth, and our every breath should be one of gratitude to the host. The medieval Christian mystic Meister Eckhart suggests that if the only prayer we say in our lifetime is thank you, that would suffice. Yes, and why not every day? Let's put a song of praise on our lips in the early morning hours for the breath that fills our lungs and for our unique bodies, for our loved ones, family, and our circle of friends, for the bountiful little blessings which arrive in our lives unheralded. Saying thank you to the great provider is only one part of a life of gratitude. Another side is revealed by the Protestant preacher Elton Trueblood. Quote, I find that the one thing which I want to put into practice in my own life is the conscious and deliberate habit of finding somebody to thank, end quote. So say thank you to somebody who least expects it from you today. Gratitude paid to all around us becomes a spiritual exercise. Show your gratitude to the music that enchants you, to the winter boots that stand up to the wear and tear of the elements, and to the movie that brings tears to your eyes. All of us have experienced times in our lives that were so precious and special that if it were possible, we would have had time stand still so we might live that moment forever. A good time is a taste of the divine. So feast on the moments that stand out in your mind as precious enough to replay again and again. And you could repeat the mantra, a good time is a taste of the divine. So wherever you are, seated or reclining, let's take both hands over the heart can, either a bow of the head to the heart or even just a internal gesture of that. And just breathing, welcoming any measure of gratitude that you can. Letting this practice be something that fills your cup so you'll have something to share after you leave. And just showing up as you are. Whether you feel your wholeness or you feel your brokenness today matters not. Just showing up. And from whatever body position you're in, as the hands come off the heart, just hold the palms outwards somehow as this gesture of releasing, trusting that what you want, wish for, need will find you in due time. And then turning your palms over, somehow touching the ground any way that you can. So, and releasing that all to care of the earth. And then starting to make your shift so that you can come and stand at the back of the mat. No scurrying needed, just steady step. Good. And you can put blocks to the front. Other than that, you don't really need anything on your mat right now. So please come to the back of the mat and take a fresh step onto each foot. And then level out the pressure into each foot so you feel that you're standing equally on both. It's the first part of the prayer. Here I stand, ready to embrace the fullness of this experience. Rooted in this moment in time through my physical form. Here I stand connecting with my breath, uniting my body, mind, and spirit. Here I stand, my heart thankful for the gift of each breath, each movement, each wave of energy that flows through me. Here I stand, focused, aware, and fully present. Please step to the middle of your mat. Plant each foot with intention. Here I am, appreciating the blessings of the past, family and friends and teachers, my education and the practices that have shaped who I am, and grateful for the gifts of the earth, sun and moon, fire, water, wind, rain, dirt, and the privilege of living on this life-sustaining planet, along with all the beings that share this earth home, including those who support me and make my life rich. And a step to the top, please. And here I stand, thankful for all the sources of emotional and spiritual support present for me, for the love that bathes me and washes through my days, and the hope that renews itself day after day, and thankful for the degree of faith I have, which will carry me all the way home. Anchored into the feet, let's take a Vajra Mudra. Start that four-part mudra. So bend your knees a bit, point to the ground, and as we rise, we're kind of raising that banner of gratitude. And as we breathe out, fingers interlaced, we're pressing down, releasing all that causes the discontent. Inhale, opening up to freedom, and exhaling, receiving the blessings of this practice, mind, body, and spirit. And then twice more. Bend the knees, point down. Take a big breath in as you rise. Long breath out as you press down. This is the releasing, the letting go. Breath in as you rise back again, opening up. Exhale, receiving, wrapped, protected, provided for. One more time. Bend your knees. Good. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breath in. Breath out. And take this all the way into a slow fold. Hands on the front of the legs. Slide all the way down. Bend your knees as much as you need to until you can put your fingertips on the mat. Fold your forehead towards your knees. And we're